Today we're journeying back in time to an event that changed the course of European history. Imagine a continent on the brink, where two colossal powers, two distinct civilizations, stood eye to eye, ready to clash. This isn't just a battle, it's a turning point, a moment when the very survival of Western Europe hung by a thread. We are talking about the Siege of Vienna in 1683, a dramatic, often overlooked struggle that decided who would dominate the future. For centuries, the Ottoman Empire had been a formidable, almost unstoppable force, expanding its reach across continents. And now, at the gates of Vienna, the heart of the Holy Roman Empire, they made their final decisive push. Could the city hold? Could a disparate collection of European powers unite against such a mighty foe? Get ready, because this is a story of courage, desperation, and an epic cavalry charge that still echoes through history. To truly grasp the stakes, we need to understand the Ottoman Empire. For over 300 years, since the fall of Constantinople in 1453, they had been the dominant power in the East. Their Janissary Corps, an elite infantry unit, was unmatched. Their sultans were rulers of vast territories, stretching from North Africa to the Middle East and deep into Eastern Europe. They had consistently pushed westward, reaching the gates of Vienna once before in 1529, only to be repelled by bad weather and logistical challenges, not by decisive military defeat. By the late 17th century, under Sultan Mehmed IV and his Grand Vizier Kara Mustafa Pasha, the Ottomans were resurgent. Their ambition was clear: to finally conquer Vienna, dismantle the Habsburg Empire, and establish Ottoman dominance over Central Europe. This wasn't just about territory, it was a religious and cultural crusade, a final confrontation between the Christian and Islamic worlds, casting a long shadow of fear and anticipation across Europe. So in the spring of 1683, the immense Ottoman army, estimated at somewhere between 150,000 and 300,000 strong, began its march towards Vienna. The sheer scale was terrifying. As they approached, panic spread through the city. Emperor Leopold V and many of the nobility fled, leaving behind a desperate garrison of about 15,000 soldiers and 8,000 armed citizens, led by Count Ernst Rüdiger von Starhemberg. On July 14th, the siege officially began. The Ottomans immediately set about digging intricate trenches, sapping operations to undermine the city walls, and unleashing a relentless bombardment with their massive siege guns. Day after day, explosions rocked Vienna, crumbling defenses and threatening to breach the ancient fortifications. Food and water became scarce, disease began to spread, and the city's defenders, though incredibly brave, were dwindling. Hope seemed to fade with each passing hour, as the Ottoman war drums beat a steady rhythm of doom. But all was not lost. While Vienna endured its grueling trial, diplomatic efforts were frantically underway across Europe. A crucial alliance known as the Holy League was formed, primarily between the Holy Roman Empire and the Polish-Lithuanian Commonwealth. And at the head of this coalition was a man whose name would become legendary, King John III Sobieski of Poland. A brilliant military strategist and a formidable warrior, Sobieski understood the existential threat. He rallied his forces, including his famed Winged Hussars, promising to come to Vienna's aid. This was a monumental undertaking, assembling and marching a combined army across hundreds of miles, all while knowing that Vienna's defenses were crumbling. It was a race against time, a desperate gamble with the fate of a continent resting on their shoulders. Would they arrive in time, or would Vienna fall before their eyes? On September 11th, after weeks of agonizing waiting, a beacon of hope appeared. Signals from the Kahlenberg Hills outside Vienna confirmed the arrival of the relief army. The next day, September 12, 1683, the battle began. The Holy League forces, numbering around 80,000, engaged the much larger Ottoman army in a complex series of maneuvers. While imperial forces held the center, Sobieski launched his masterstroke. In what remains one of the largest cavalry charges in history, over 18,000 Polish, Austrian, and German cavalry, including the awe-inspiring Winged Hussars, thundered down the Kahlenberg slopes. Their sheer speed, the terrifying sound of their lances, and the shock of their charge shattered the Ottoman lines. It was a whirlwind of steel, gunpowder, and unparalleled courage, Kara Mustafa Pasha's army, caught completely off guard by this overwhelming assault, broke and fled in disarray. The siege was lifted, and Vienna was saved. The victory at Vienna was nothing short of miraculous. The immediate aftermath saw the vast Ottoman encampment looted, yielding immense treasures. But the true significance ran far deeper. This wasn't just a military triumph, it was a psychological turning point. For centuries, the Ottoman Empire had been seen as an unstoppable force, a constant threat to Europe. Vienna broke that perception. It marked the beginning of a slow but irreversible decline for the Ottomans in Europe and the ascendancy of the Habsburgs and other European powers. The victory instilled new confidence, leading to further campaigns that pushed the Ottoman frontier back eastward. It solidified Christian Europe against a common foe and cemented John III Sobieski's place as a savior. The cultural exchange following the siege even gave us things like coffee houses and croissants inspired by Ottoman traditions. The Battle of Vienna 340 years ago stands as a testament to courage, resilience, and the power of unity in the face of overwhelming odds. It's a reminder that history is rarely linear, and moments of crisis can define eras. It shaped the geopolitical landscape of Europe for centuries to come, influencing borders, alliances, and cultural developments. More than just a military engagement, it was a clash of civilizations that determined who would shape the future of a continent. It serves as a powerful historical lesson. Even when hope seems lost, determined leadership and an unwavering spirit can turn the tide. Thank you so much for joining us on this journey through history. If you found this dive into the Battle of Vienna as fascinating as we did, please hit that like button, share this video with your friends, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more explorations into the past. We love bringing these stories to life for you, and your support helps us continue doing so. See you in the next video.